What's going on? What's going on? How are you guys doing? Let's make sure that my mic is working well. Blue Yeti microphone. Dope. There you go. How you guys doing? I am excited to bring you this content. If you're on here, go ahead and put in the chat that we're live, please. What I've learned is when other people are doing it, something. So go ahead and let me know. Go ahead and let everybody know that we're on, please. We'll be getting started soon. So I've already grown my account another, what is this? Close to 3%. I think it's like 2.5% today. Good stuff. Caught about like 30 pips on 30 pips? 35 pips on UJ. I just got out of it because I saw it was pulling up a little bit. I just didn't want to like stay in that one too much because I did see a level of support right there. So I was like, you know what, let me just see. And I caught a good amount on AU just now as well. And I'm just testing to see how this is gonna go. I'm also in there you go, XRP, and it just broke a level of support. Good stuff. And I see this thing dropping hard. And I've been wanting, it's so crazy because like I've been wanting to catch a lot of this XRP stuff and like a lot of these drops, and I just haven't, which is crazy. So I'll be coming back. I'll be back. One moment. All right, so that broke its level of support, and I think I'm just gonna get into another one. All right. All right. I'm just gonna let that rock. All right, so it's 10:04. Let's get this thing started, guys. Let me know if you can be able to hear me well in the chat box. Let me actually log into this real quick. Thank you very much, Zach. You know, there's always. Let me know if you can be able to hear me well. Oh, it sounds pretty nice. I had to get another mic because the mic that I had, like with the boom thing, it was. I'm not even in front. It was pretty annoying. Let me see like what it sounds like. Hey Alexis, how you doing? How you doing? Let's see if it sounds well if I'm back here. Let me see like what it sounds like. Hey Alexis, how you doing? Let's see. Can you hear me well if I'm standing back here? Cheeseburgers and hamburgers and tomatoes and pizza. So when I test my mic, that's stuff that I say to myself, oh, XRP is still dropping. Oh, Yo, XRP is dope. Like once you like get this one, like you could just make stupid money. It's not even like fair, but whatever. All right, cool. I'm just gonna stand back here. Cool. I like this mic. It's blue. And I got Gotti got me this. I don't even know what it is, but it's like a huge map. Like it's like huge. I'm excited to put it up. My my office is coming around. I got like two big screens here. It's like a TV here and a TV here. And I just got to get this cord to connect it all and all this other stuff. But either way, all right, so we're just going to get started right now. So what's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? My name is Philip Anglade, and welcome to FX Pro Now, where we give you everything that's necessary when it comes to the Forex markets. And we have no fluff over here. We tell you straight, this is what it is, this is what it isn't. And over here, what you're going to learn are the rules. You're not going to learn how to, let me not even do all that. Anyways, so how you guys doing? What's going on? Welcome to FX Pro Now. I'm excited to be able to go over a couple pairs that I personally follow, and these are the only ones that I follow. The pairs that we're going to go over are EURUSD, AUDUSD, USDJPY, GBPJPY, and if anything, we'll also speak about gold, and we may just talk about Bitcoin, but slightly. All right, guys. So at any point in time, if you have any questions, let me know. What I'm going to be showing you is mostly advanced type stuff. And through this advanced stuff, you may understand it, you may not. If you're new into the trading world, Q1 of 2019, I'll be completely finished with my basic videos. So by I want to say March, April of 2019, I'll be completely done with my basic videos, where literally anybody around the world that you know or that that you don't know that doesn't that has no idea about the world of Forex, they're going to be able to come onto my page, onto my YouTube page, or onto my website fxpronow.com, and they're going to be able to learn for free Forex from scratch. They don't need to know nothing from nothing. They're going to be able to come onto my page and be able to learn for free, right? And then once they learn the basic stuff, what they're going to be able to have access to is my online course that I'm almost like done with as far as the content. But then what's funny is I'm actually going to redo it again and make it as best as it can truly be, and to really get it to at least the 99% that I'm looking to get it to. And yeah, so they're going to be able to get access to my online course, and then from there they'll be able to actually get access to my in-person course. And anybody that is what I call an indicator, so I'm going to call them an indicator. Anybody that's a true indicator, soon, in Q3 of 2019, they're going to be able to get access to what I'm going to be calling FX on the beach. So I'm really excited about that. I know you're probably wondering, like, what? Yeah, I'm thinking out into the future, and what's going to happen is we're going to have a lot of fun together. I know that for sure. I like to have fun. Anytime I'm on the charts, I'm serious, but anytime that I have the opportunity to be able to go on a trip, I'm out there. All right. So yeah, that's just a little bit about what is to come as time progresses. Okay, guys. So let's go ahead and get into the markets. Let's go ahead and get into the markets. All right. Screen share. Boom. Okay. What screen do you guys see? Okay. So you see this screen. What if I pull it over here? If I pull this over here, you still only see that screen, because I have like many different screens in front of me. So that's the only screen that you see. Okay, so I'm going to pull it to this one. Pull this to this screen. All right. Okay, so what screen do you guys see now? It should be this screen. Okay. All good. All right, so we're going to start out with AUDUSD. So actually, let's start out with gold. So we spoke a little bit about gold in the chat just now. And if you're not in our Telegram chat, do I look at DXY anymore? No. It's just a waste of time, to tell you the truth. It's either the price is going to go somewhere, it's not. All right. So what's pretty funny is, and you could be able to backlog this, back in April 29th of 2018, I called that gold was going to push up. And later on, I explained, hey, listen, it's actually going to push up higher than I thought. So I actually see gold getting into the $1,400 range. And I truly see it getting up there. What I actually found out recently, if anything, let me go show you my face again. What I actually found out recently is the fact that what I found out recently, I thought it was only the US dollar that was being, oh, you can't even see me well. I thought it was only the US dollar that was actually being diluted, I guess you can call it, by the Federal Reserve. But I started to realize, well, it's not just the US dollar that's being diluted. It's also every other currency that the Fed actually prints, and they're all being printed at the same rate. So with them all being printed at the same rate, the value of all of those dollars are being devalued at the same rate. And that's why you can't even tell the EU, the European, the euro against the US dollar. They're staying the same because they're all being printed at the same rate. And any other form of paper money is being printed at the same rate. And that's why there's not really a shift. But where can you actually see the shift? You can actually see the shift when it comes to real money. And what's real actual money, not currency. Real money is gold. And that's why you have seen since 2008 a huge growth when it comes to the value of gold compared to the US dollar. Right? So just a little, and mind you, am I an expert at this? Hell no. But will I be in the future? Hell yeah. It just takes time to really learn this stuff. And as you can see, you see that there's a huge, upswing when it comes to the value of gold. And that's just because paper money has been, put out there for so long. So as you can see here, this push is going to happen. So if you want to be like that swing trader type, you can be able to hold that, right? I held it for a while and then started to dip, and I'm like, okay. And then I wasn't even looking at the charts 2 weeks ago. I saw that, price was really pushing up, and I was like, man, I missed it. So I'm waiting for the next dip, and then we'll continue. So that's just what I wanted to show you when it comes to gold. This is going to keep on pushing up. I'm just going to put it to you like that. All right, let's go ahead and go to the Euro USD. So what's pretty interesting is, I don't know if you guys know this, but the call for Brexit is actually going to be on Tuesday. And I wouldn't be surprised it's going to be Tuesday morning. There's going to be a big shift when it comes to GBP pairs. And obviously, if it's going to be a big shift when it comes to GBP pairs, then I wouldn't be surprised Euro pairs are going to have some type of feeling to it as well. All right. I was looking back at, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was June 24th, 2016, to see when it comes to EU, was there like a big shift? And this was the shift when the vote came out. So meaning that the euro dollar, or the euro, actually devalued when that call came out. Okay. So with that being the case, I'm pretty sure Great Britain is actually going to keep, I'm pretty sure Great Britain is actually going to continue with what they said that they were going to do, which is get out of the EU. So with that being the case, I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be another dip with EU. And then I wouldn't be surprised if GBP pairs are going to go up, but I have no idea. When it comes to news, I'm not there as of yet, but I'm working on it. All right, so let's go ahead and actually see what's going on. When it comes to the daily charts, we have a downtrend forming, but when it comes to H4, what do we see? We actually see that this has a completely broken structure and it's heading to the upside. You can't really tell when it comes to the H4. You can, but you can't. All right, we do see the fact that this is tested. This is not broken structure. This is just tested. And if you don't know what I mean by tested or breaking structure and stuff like that, if you go ahead and actually go into my website, fxpronow.com, right, and you can be able to become a beta tester. We still have spaces available, right? And you'll be able to see all of the videos that you'll be able to get access to in the actual course itself. So what I mean by tested is actually going to be in this specific video right here where it says tested support and resistance. All these videos are jam-packed. There's literally no fluff, and that's why they're very short. I make sure that they're very short so they don't get boring, right? Very, very short, and it's straight to the point. So tested support and resistance that's where you're going to be able to see right here. What do we see here? We see the fact that this has held this level of support right here. It's considered tested. We see these wicks right here. Well, that's seller's exhaustion and then just continuation. This is actually broken structure now. We have this full candle right here. Most likely it's going to retest and then continue its way to the upside. Let's see how far this may retest. So point A, point B, right? And as you can see here, there's confluence with 38.2 and this red line right here, which is the old level of resistance. So resistance turns into support, right? And if you're also looking to learn about the Fibonacci retracement tool, well, let me tell you something. These videos right here are going to tell you exactly how to use a Fibonacci retracement tool. And I'm going to be putting in a whole bunch of videos of, oh, that's trend lines right here. How to use a Fibonacci retracement tool, right? And I'm going to be able to, I'm putting in a whole bunch of videos of actually fibs in the field so you'll be able to see exactly how to go ahead and actually draw these fibs and stuff like that. And mind you, there's so many more videos that are to come, okay? So you'll see the fact that this is going to push back down and probably continue its way to the upside. And as far as my take profit, so we'll see this push down right here. And then my take profit would be right here if I were into this trade right here. So let's go ahead and see a little bit more in detail. Yeah, this is clear broken. This is clear broken. There was a period of time like in this here, I just wasn't in EU because I didn't know if it was going to break structure or not, and it actually did. This is clear. Let me go ahead and see a little bit more. And sorry guys, I got a little sniffles over here. I apologize. You know, when Florida gets into the 60s, man, it gets just too cold out here. I know half of you guys are probably in 30-degree weather, and I apologize. I'll be in New York in the next couple weeks, feeling that cold with you. All right, so being the fact that this broke structure, I do see this pushing down right now, being the fact that also it has really pushed up pretty high. I see this pulling back a little bit. I wouldn't suggest to actually get in, but we'll see how this 30-minute candle closes. If we have 10 minutes left on this, if this 30-minute candle closes and engulfs this area right here, then if anything, I wouldn't be surprised this continues its way to the downside to at least 38.2. So let me see how many pips this is, if it's even worth it. 40 pips, not bad, you know, but to counter trade, I just don't do that. I'd rather this push down over here to at least this red line to at least like 1.1393, that area right there. And what I want to see is I want to see a bullish engulfing pattern right here, meaning, and I actually go in a lot of depth on that right here, uptrend to downtrend or downtrend to uptrend. That's actually the video I'm working on right now. Test support and resistance, you'll also see that there. Market structure basis, you'll see that over there. And I think that's where you're going to catch most of that. But you're going to see a bullish engulfing pattern right there, right? Once you see that bullish engulfing pattern on that 38.2, or it may dip down a little further, you know, but once you see that somewhere around here, if anything, I'll probably dial it down to like the M15, and I would want to see an actual break of structure to continue its way to the upside. Now, why? Because the thing is, it's going to push down, right? It's going to push down beautifully. Now, being the fact that it's been such a downtrend for a while, I don't know if it's truly going to continue its way to the upside. What I explained in this specific video right here is structure is more important than a break of structure. Okay, structure is more important than a break of structure. So think about it. Like, there's so many sellers that have been in this market, right? Where even over here, it broke structure, but then it continued its way to the downside, right? So yeah, it broke structure here, but that doesn't really mean anything. Structure is more important than the break of structure. Think about a semi truck that's speeding, right? And then they hit something, right? Like a small car or something like that. Yeah, it probably slowed it down, but it doesn't mean it stopped it in its tracks. Okay, so yeah, it probably slowed down. There's more buyers in the market than sellers just in this area, but the sellers have been strong for so long that, you know, I wouldn't be surprised. And as you can see, like, for so long that my bias is more towards sells than buys. But if down here on the lower time frame, I actually see another break of structure on the lower time frame where, you know, it pushes down, break structure, pulls back, and then I see a bullish engulfing pattern somewhere around here, then I'll feel confident to continue my way to the upside, and then also set my take profit at this negative 27% over here. Okay. So I know I said a mouthful, but, you know, most of the stuff that I'm saying right now are in these videos right here. Okay. So let's go ahead and go to AUDUSD. I'm actually doing pretty well on this specific trade right here. So what am I doing? What am I going on here? So this is mostly like a confidence trade. I wouldn't say it's like too much of like technicals. Well, I'll put it to you like this. What do we see? The same thing. We see a strong downtrend, like strong. And it's been like this for days, right? For a long time, for weeks, right? For a long time. And with that being the case, we do see that price is broken structure. Price is starting to head to the upside, right? And with that being the case, one moment. I hope when I press the mute button, it actually mutes. Anyways, so being the fact that we do see a break of structure, like we do see, as you can see here, this is not tested, this is broken, right? We see a full candle close beyond this last high over here, right? We go into a lot of depth in this specific video right here, broken support and resistance, right? Where I explain we need a full candle close on top, okay? So where am I? AU, right? And that's what we see here, right? And what does price do? Retests. So let's go ahead and go to the H4 so we can be able to see all that. So right here, if I was to pull this for the H4, still clear broken, okay? What does it do? From point A to point B over here, what do we see? Wicks to about 78.6, right? And where would my take profit be? Well, negative 27%. Where did it go? Negative 27% to the freaking T. Also, what do we see? We see negative 27% is in confluence with what? Our H4 key level. So I don't know if you knew that we have H4 key levels. Well, we do. So you know the monthly and weekly key levels that you see on the YouTube. Well, there's actually daily and H4 key levels as well that you could be able to make pips in between, as opposed to the 500 pips that take like 20 days in a year to come. Well, we have daily and H4 that could be able to come throughout the week. All right. and I go in depth on those in there. So what we see here, you know, negative 27%. Cool. So now, being the fact that we know that this is a true low of some sort, if anything, we'll go ahead and drag that over here because we see this is tested. So we'll just call this that, right? And what do we see? Point A, point B. Let me go ahead and take this one off since you can see this one right now. So point A, point B. I saw, and mind you, like, it sucks, bro. Like I caught this up to like here, something like that, because I thought it was just going to stop at a certain area, and this thing just kept on going and going. I'm like, man, I could have stayed in, whatever, right? And that's why, like, in this specific video, what I'm teaching you, it's in one of these. No, it's in broken structure actually, and then also the next videos that's going to be coming in the future after this, where I explain. If you're in a specific trade, you want to make sure if it holds 38.2, you stay in. If it doesn't, you know, then you get out. It didn't, so I got out. But, you know, I could have continued that. Either way, it doesn't matter. So what we see here is the fact that price continues to 100% in total as far as this retrace right here. I want to go ahead and see how far it really went. Yeah, so it didn't get to 120. All right, so point A, point B, point C, we got at 100% right here, right? Well, the market opened like down here, right? So I have been in this trade since all the way over here. So I've been in this since last week, and it's just been up, down, up, down, up, down. And when I saw it open over here, I'm like, man, like if this keeps on going down, that would suck. Now, why did I just get in here? Well, it's 100%, you know, 100% retracement. The only place for this to go is up. If it doesn't go up and it continues to go down, it is broken structure. Yeah, this opened under here and it's technically quote unquote broken, but when it comes to the market opening at some area, I don't even count this at all, right? It's back up here. I'm backing up positive. So I just see this continuing its way to the upside. Now, let's just say that this is now attempting to be a downtrend. Well, I'm going to just count this right here as a downtrend fibs, right? So point A, point B, we'll just call this, you know, the next area. Now, why would I call this 50% area my take profit? Well, as you can see, this green line right here is a key level, is my H4 key level. So I'm just going to call this one of my take profits. If I see it continues to make more bullish candles, then my next take profit is going to be negative 27%. Now, where is negative 27%? Which is pretty funny. Let me go ahead and change my fibs back to the uptrend type fibs, right? Where's my negative 27%? Right there at this H4 key level. Pretty interesting. So if anything, this is where my take profit number 2 would be. So no matter what, in my belief, I'm making money from this. I don't see this continuing its way to the downtrend, to the downside. Like, this has gone too far down without the retracement. Okay. Now it can keep on going, but I don't see that happening. So I think I'm in a safe trade, heading up to the upside. And I think honestly, like it's still there, you know. I would want to see this break this level of resistance right here, right? To break the level of resistance, retest in the continuous way to the upside. But if you're feeling bearish, I think right now is not that bad of a time, honestly. Maybe you'll start pushing by 2 a.m. or probably New York session. It'll actually start pushing. But if anything, when it comes to your level of risk, I think it's very, very low. All right. So, yeah. All right, so that's AU. All right, UJ. So UJ, yeah, you know what's dope? So literally, like, everybody in the You Are the Indicator chat, I think, has caught this. Am I right? Like, is there anybody on the You Are the Indicator a course chat that's on here right now that actually caught this UJ move that we called like a while back in the chat? So we see here, like, I'm actually going to, and this is the breakdown that I gave them. So what do we see here? since May 2017, we see, even back here, February 2017, we see resistance, 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 and resistance again. You caught it too. Good stuff, Justin. I'm happy to hear that. So we see these resistance areas over and over and over at this 114 level, right? The only time that price broke that area was this. Now, you see how hard price had to push just to break through that area? It had to push up hard. Just imagine if you caught that all the way up and still in it. Good stuff, bro. Good stuff. I'm happy to hear that. Right? Zachary got in there too. I'm happy to hear that. Good stuff, guys. All right. So this is the only time it has broken through there, right? Other than up here, but as you can see how hard it had to push back down, went and then rejected, right? Rejected all the way through. So in my mind, I'm like, this is not going to go nowhere. So since over here, we've been in ourselves, retraced. And here, let me show you literally step by step how this all works. Very, very simple stuff. Once you got the rules, I'm telling you, once you got these rules right here, it's all like just the same thing over and over and over again. Anyways, so we see break of structure, retest, right? So boom, point A, point B. Price got to 50%. What's my take profit? Negative 27%, right? And what does it do? Wick that area. So we caught that, right? And what happens now? We go ahead and actually pull out our fibs again from point A to point B down here. Price got into the middle over here. It's a weird area, honestly, right? And if anything, we'll probably change our fibs. Let's go to the 1 hour and see how this really looks. Yeah. So it's actually from here. So price got to this 78.6 area, right? And then we got into our sell like all the way back here, right? Now, what happens here? Well, it's a clear drop. I'd say profit should be this 112 area right here. Now, I personally got out. Why? Because I saw that there's a level of support right here. And I just didn't feel like, waiting, right? I saw this level of support right here. It got rejected over here. I saw over here. It's doing the same exact thing. Long wick on the lower time frame. I saw a bullish engulfing pattern that formed. I'm like, I'm out. I'm okay. All right. Now, what do I see happening? Well, I see price pushing up to about 38.2. Once price gets to this 38.2 area, right? But now actually I got to move my fibs now that this is a new area, right? So point A here and point B at the body. Right, because there's no wicks. So let me go ahead and just shift this over here. Boom. So no wonder. All right. So point A here, point B here, right? We're going to see this push up to about 38.2, right? We're going to see this push up to about 38.2, maybe even 61.8. Or 50%, somewhere in this region. And I know you guys see me doing this over like all the time, somewhere in this region. Now it's starting to slow up, so it may push up even higher. I don't know, right? But all I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna go to the M30. I like the M30 for anything Japanese pairs, right? So I'll push up. I'll go to about the 30-minute time frame, and I'll look for price to get to about 38.2 to 61.8, probably even go to about 78.6. Once I see a bearish engulfing pattern, somewhere in this region right here, right? I would like for price to push up higher, get to about 50% or higher to just look for the bearish engulfing pattern on the 30-minute time frame, right? But if it happens to at about 38.2, I'm going to be a little cautious. What I'd rather do, and listen up, guys that are actually in the actual course itself. This is what I'm explaining in breaker structure. I don't know if you guys, I just posted this video, so I don't know if you guys have seen it as of yet. But let me go ahead and, in this video right here, this is what I'm talking about, because I did my best to explain it, but now it's live. So in this video right here is what I'm about to talk to you about right now. So at 38.2, yes, we do look for the bearish engulfing pattern, right? And that's good on the 30-minute time frame. But what I would also want to do is probably go to the M15. And this is what I want to see. I want to see where price pushes up here, pushes down. I want it to push back up slightly. And then I want it to actually break structure again. I want it to break structure again on the M15. I want it to push back up. And then that's where I want to see the true bearish engulfing pattern right there. Okay. That's when I feel the safest. Because 38.2, here, let me speak to you with my face. All right. So listen up. 38.2 is good, but it's not as safe as waiting till 61.8. What do I mean by that? 38.2, especially with GBP pairs, JPY pairs, they'll form the bearish engulfing pattern at 38.2, but sometimes they'll do it and then continue to go to 61.8, and I hate that. So to be a little bit more safe, and you're going to catch the pips, like it's okay. Missing out on 10 to 30 pips, like I know you want that, but I'd rather miss out on 10 to 30 pips than to be wrong. And then it just continues to go up and up and up and up, and then you're in a negative on a JPY pair. When you're on a negative and it goes from 38.2 to like 61.8, like that's a long way, and I wouldn't want to be in that much of a negative. So so when it comes to 38.2, wait for the breaker structure on the M15, because on the M30, it's going to take way too long to wait for an M30 to actually break structure, and you miss out on a whole bunch of pips. So go ahead and actually wait on the M15, because then you'll actually see a structure starting to form on that lower time frame. All right. Let me know if you understood that. What's going on? Share screen. Share screen. Oh, there. All right. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So I wanted to push down. Yeah, it's going to form the bearish engulfing pattern. And if you do get in right at 38.2 on the bearish engulfing pattern, if anything, this is what I say in the course, get in at half lot, not at the full lot size that you usually would, the half lot, just in case it continues to go to 61.8, you won't be that tight when it comes to your psychology. So, wait for it to push up, break structure, retest, then look for the bearish engulfing pattern, get into your full lot size there. Yeah, you're going to be waiting a little longer. Yeah, you may be missing out on pips, but 38.2 is just a danger zone. I'd rather just get in right away at 61.8 at the bearish engulfing pattern. Over time, you'll understand what I'm saying. All right, so from there, where would my take profit be? Negative 27%, like always. What's going on with my computer? It's not letting me click. Okay. Oh, what's going on here? Yeah, so I'd like for that to continue to push up, and then from there, just a small take profit. How many pips is this? So about 40 pips, but let's just say the whole move. Where do we see this going over time? Yeah, we could say that's the whole move for now. But if anything, we could probably say negative 61.8. So we'll just say about 112 flat still. Same move. All right. Same move. All right, let's go to GBPJPY. I'm going to be looking at this like a hawk tomorrow morning, 2 a.m. because, that's when London's going to be opening. and their country is going to be going through some stuff. They are going to be going through some stuff, man. That's why I'm not touching this until tomorrow. I want to see what's the direction that they're going in. As we can see, it opened with GBP a little lower. Now let's go ahead and see what happened the day that Brexit happened. So as we can see here, GBP also went down, as well as EU went down. So EU went down that day. Let's go ahead and look at that. And GBP. They're like, the world was like, I don't know what these, let me not say it like that. I don't know what these people doing. They're like, what are they doing over there? All right, what day was it? It was the 24th of June. Where are we at? Where is it? Oh, here. So this was it. This was that day. EU went down and GBP went down. Sheesh. But look at how many pips. Let me show you why like this is so significant and why you need to be doing your research. Look how many pips. 2,687 in a day. Let's see the actual close. 1,800 in a day. Do you want to be catching that, guys? I'm doing my research. I would be doing yours as well. All right. No matter what, this is actually going to go up or it's going to go down, and I'm catching some of it. No matter what, I'm making some bank on that. So if you got an inside, let me know. Let me know. I want that. I want that. All right. So GBP went down and EU went down. So I wouldn't be surprised it's going to be split. GBP going one way, EU going to another way. I don't know. I have no idea. But I want it. Look at that. 300 pips. This is why I love GJ. I made the most money on GJ. The 11th, right? Tuesday. So essentially, it's going to be, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be Tuesday, 2 a.m., being the fact that it'll be 7 a.m. over there. So, or whatever time it's going to be over there. But 2 a.m. over here in Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be looking at the charts. I'm not going to sleep that day. Even though usually I go to sleep, but that day, I don't know. Anyways, so I don't know if I could be able to call anything on GJ, being the fact that I don't even think the world knows what's going on as of yet. All right, but point A, point B, point C, 38.2. I called this. Hey, listen, if price breaks your structure over here, look for this to go to negative 27%, and it did it. Did I catch it? Yes, I did. Hopefully got it too. All right. 6 p.m. over there. I'm jealous, Brendan. I'm jealous. Australia is an amazing place, man. From 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. is like peak time for them. Like, what? You could be a bum all day, sleep till noon, and catch the good moves. All right. So 38.2, 27.8, negative 27%. Right. But either way, Tuesday, I'm not sleeping. Yep. So as far as this, we see that price is sitting on top of this H4, and then price is pushing up. I'm not even going to front. I wouldn't be surprised. This is going to push up to somewhere up here. That'd be some stuff if it actually pushes up over here. I have no idea. When it comes to this right now, I have no idea, and I'm going to be completely honest, because I don't know what's going to happen on Tuesday, and I know a lot of people aren't even going to trade this until Monday night, Tuesday. So I guess we'll see. If I'm not mistaken, the last Brexit news was actually this right here, which pushed up. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. But all I know, that I'm putting this into my mind, I am making money on this. I am paying a couple car notes and a couple months of rent on this trade. Okay. All right. So last thing that we're going to talk about, let's go to Bitcoin. I just want to see what's going on over here. And honestly, this whole Bitcoin stuff, I don't know. The other day I saw, Bitcoin was down X, Y, and Z. And then what's crazy is literally in 15 minutes, it wasn't just Bitcoin, but all of the pairs. Oh, check this out. I called this a while ago. I don't even know. Anyways, I saw that Bitcoin was down, right? And literally seconds later, Bitcoin was down, everything else was down. Seconds later, I look and I see that everything is up. I'm like, oh, okay, this is not even like fair. This is just so fake. So honestly, I just see this continuous way to the downside, all the way up until the last level of support before everything went onto the news. So as you can see here, price was inflated like crazy. Okay. Now, when the news popped up with Bitcoin and stuff like that, was starting like September 2017. That's when everything started to push. But also we could be able to see July. Things started to push, retrace, and then pushed, right? Now, what are these purple things? All these purple things, like I drew a long time ago because I knew this was going to drop below that level of support. So I was like, all right, let me just get ready. So what do we see here from point A to point B over here? We see that price got to this level of support. That's what all these levels are. All these levels right here are actually levels of support that Bitcoin has been on. I just did a little research. All of these, right? So 61.8, right? And then what do we see? Negative 27%, 61.8, and then it dropped, right? Well, I wouldn't be surprised. Bitcoin is going to continue to fall until all of the people that got in because of hype are gone. Excuse me. So I don't know when that's going to be, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty low. And I'm just in a sell position for a long time. I'm just going to let it rock and go from there. So I see this continuing its way down to like $2,000. And that's okay. I'm still holding my actual coins. Doesn't do anything to me. It's not a large, substantial amount of my dollars. So it's okay. Right? But I wouldn't be surprised it's gonna continue its way to the downside. But that's okay. I would suggest if you still have Bitcoin and stuff like that, keep it. Me, I'm mostly heavily weighted in Ripple because I see Ripple actually has a use case. And when it comes to Bitcoin, it just moves too slow, right? So I wouldn't be surprised this Bitcoin stuff is going to get to about 2,800. This is one thing that I started to realize, like when it comes to people. So that's it. I'm done. So this is what I realized when it comes to people. Excuse the way I'm saying this, but people don't want to think, right? And if we think as people that people are going to understand Bitcoin's numbers, for example, if I wanted to send, let's say, $100 to somebody in Bitcoin, it's 0.01 something. You think the average person is going to know how to send that or how to calculate all that? Hell no. So this is one thing I know. Whatever cryptocurrency is going to be that's going to be adopted by the world, it has to follow the same numbers that we already use. We can't use something different. We just can't. As a society, we got to keep things easy so that the slowest ship in the boat or the slowest ship in the water can be able to understand and be able to use this stuff. So that's why when it comes to anything as far as a large number like 3,000, whatever, Ripple right now it's at 30 something cents. If it gets to $1, it's like where we're at right now. But what do I know? But that's just what makes sense to me, where it has to be something simple that everybody else can be able to understand. Another thing is when it comes to this whole Bitcoin stuff or cryptocurrency is the fact that we have to have something that stays flat. The value of it stays flat, or as flat as it can be. Because the thing is, let's just say if I go in to get a cup of coffee, right? I have to be able to buy a cup of coffee today and tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day and be able to still afford it, if that makes sense. Because if the volatility is just so crazy, it just won't work out for everyday society to be able to just purchase stuff. So that's how you do it. So where do you purchase your your Ripple from? So there's actually a link below. I hardly even talk about this. I probably should. There's actually a link below in the description that if you have Bitcoin, you can be able to get an account with Binance. That's where I get all of my cryptocurrencies and stuff like that. Right now, here's the thing: when it comes to cryptocurrency, there's a lot of like snakes that come and try to get you, especially if you don't know what you're doing. So what I would suggest is I actually like Ethereum. I like Ethereum more than I do Bitcoin, right? Mostly because of use cases. And it's a platform. I like that. So what I would suggest, if you're dealing with anything dealing with cryptocurrency, very, very important, create a completely separate email just for your cryptocurrencies. Because let's say if you use your Facebook email, right? And somebody hacks into your Facebook and they know your password, most likely that password for your Facebook is the same password for your cryptocurrency. When it comes to cryptocurrency, it's not like a bank. Somebody takes your money, you can be able to, be backed by $200,000 by the FDIC or whatever it is. No, somebody takes your money here, it's gone, and you're not getting it back. All right, so you want to protect yourself, and that's like the smallest way to be able to do it. Another thing is, what you want to do is you want to get a ledger, right? You want to put your cryptocurrency on a ledger, on a hard drive, right? It's somewhere, right? You want to put it on a hard drive. And once you put it on a hard drive, it's nowhere, Now, of course, you want to make sure you keep that hard drive safe and you don't want to lose that, all right? Because then if, Ripple goes to $300, you missed out. All right. So, so yeah, that's a little, crypto talk, right? I'm not an expert at this at all. But me, like what's the worst that can happen? You put a couple $1,000s into something and then it goes into a couple $100,000, oh well, and if it doesn't, then oh well, you spent a couple $1,000s on things that we don't even remember. So greatly appreciate your time, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. What's your analysis on Ripple 2019? I have no idea. All I know, and you can actually do your own research when it comes to Ripple, but Ripple at this current moment is being backed by companies like, not company, but like the World, is it the World Bank? It's not the World Bank. It's, what's the one with the French woman that's like the leader? They're the one that actually fund companies that go bankrupt. They used to use Swift. Now they use Ripple. Man. IMF. There you go. The IMF. So the IMF actually uses, yeah, there you go. Thank you. You wrote it now. So the IMF doesn't use Ripple, but it uses, it uses Ripple. We buy XRP. So use Ripple. Also, if I'm not mistaken, American Express also uses Ripple as well. Ripple's technology. Like the IMF, think about it, they bail out countries. So let's see. All right, guys. So greatly appreciate your time. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment below. If you are looking to become a beta member, like I said, there's still space. And here's the thing, guys, I'm actually giving away $500 again. You know, Zachary, he's actually the one that won the $500 last time. I'm giving it away again. December 16th is going to be the deadline. All you have to do is become an actual beta member to get in. How do you become a beta member? Get started with the course, give me some feedback about the course, and you're a beta member. We need 14 more people for that to be active with the course. Right now we have 36. We need 50. So yeah, man, no matter what, we're getting to that number. It's either you're going to be you or it's not. No matter what, you're getting this course and you know it. So you might as well get the shot to be able to get $500 because I ain't doing this again. What? I have no reason. I promise you, I have no reason to give out this memo. Because either way, you're getting this thing. And you know it. And you know you're excited because you know the stuff is good. Because you see the trades. You see them. As far as the ones that I give out to you guys, I want to say I want to be surprised. I'm at least higher than 80%. At least. I'm safe, and I make sure I'm safe. I got two that gonna. I gotta teach you guys how you do your thing, man. All right, guys. So if you have any questions, let me know. And you know, if you're not in our Telegram group, go ahead. All the information's in the description below, and make sure I pack that out. All right. My phone just died, so if you're writing comments, I can't see them. That's totally fine. I am hungry. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go eat, and we'll go on from there. All right. Really appreciate your time, guys. Peace. I like this mic, man. I look, professional. We just getting started. I got my two screens here. Once I get them, nice, and then got my little thing right there, and then believe me, this thing's gonna look nice. I'm excited. All right, guys. Bye.